Okay, it's time to move these outside. I'm going to do some rearranging with the ones outside too. Alright, I'm going to put them in here with the other quail temporarily so I can set up their pen out in the flight cage. Alright guys, are y'all going to behave? Okay. What we have here is a bunch of pharaoh quail, and these are the for sale quail, and then we have our breeder tuxedos in here. So they're just sharing a space temporarily. We'll put these out in their new pen. I've got a pen just for these quail. These came out with a lot of different patterns on them. Okay, so what we need to do now, we need to get a cage and put all of those quail in it, the pharaohs, out of the aviary, and bring them out here. And what I want to do out here is take the cage that we raised the cochins in. That's a cochin. And this will become the new quail cage. So that's where I'm going to take all of those quail that's over there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get just this cage here is fine. We'll go put all of the pharaohs in this. Okay, so that's 15 pharaoh quail. Those are going to go out into their new enclosure. Those are all hatched from 2 females and a male pharaoh quail that we have out here in the flight cage, and we incubated their eggs. If you've been watching the YouTube videos on my incubating the eggs that we've collected, these are those birds. Alright, and we're going to put y'all in here. Okay, so tomorrow is supposed to be really, really cold. Tonight, it's going to be really, really cold. And we have got to do a little bit more winterizing. I've got the lights set up and everything that we used last year. I've got the cover over. But these parakeets are going to need a little bit more protection than that. So we're going to put a heat lamp, like we did last year, right here on the front of the cage. So I need to set that up. I need to put another light in that socket there. And then I need to go out and measure the cages that we're redoing the tarps on the flight cage. Ladies, gentlemen. Would you like to come out? Come on. Come on, Sally. Come on, Sally. Alright, so I need to measure these cages. See, I'm going to redo this tarp. This tarp's needed to be redone for about a year now, and it's just falling apart. So I need to get that measured. This one is going to be okay, but I need to put a heat lamp in there for those. That already has a cover. This one I covered yesterday to see if this was going to work. I'm going to have to do a little better job on that one. And then the new quail cage is going to have a better job than what I have on there. Let's get started. Pretty sure this is 7 feet. I want to get a double check this. I know it's actually 8 feet, okay. So I need to get an 8-foot tarp for that one. All right, you can turn it off. Okay, so we'll use that tarp and we'll cut that and use for the front of the aviary up there. All right, here's what we got from Tractor Supply. Nice to fix those. 2 tarps. And we've got some other tarps that we already have, so let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's go ahead and replace, or not replace, but add a bulb to this one up here. There's one missing up here. This one right here. Add one to that. Alright, Dale, let's flip that switch again and see if that's even a good bulb. I didn't even think to check that before I put that in there. See if that comes on. Okay. Okay, so the reason we use red is in the hopes that it doesn't put out so much light that it keeps the animals awake. Alright, let's go out in the flight cage. Start on this stuff. Okay. Okay, so here's what we got so far. Here is the quail cage. That got a heat bulb in there, just in case. We do not have a heat bulb in here or the rabbit. Rabbits love cold weather, so they don't need one. These are adult chickens, so I'm not worried about these. These are juveniles over here. So they're just going to get a regular heat bulb, which I see is off. Okay, there we go. They're going to get this end right here covered too. That is another rabbit under that cage and some quail. Those are all covered, and those are adult quail, so they'll be fine. And then we have one heat bulb that services this entire coop. And the only reason we put a heat bulb inside the coop is because we've got baby pigeons in there. And although the parents will keep them warm, it's just an added bonus for them. And everybody else likes to be outside, so they'll be out here. Okay. All right, let's plug this back in. Okay. And here's what it looks like at night. Got one single heat bulb out here for the ducks and geese and turkeys, just in case they want to huddle around that they can. I haven't seen them do it yet, but it's there just in case. Sally spent the night in her old cage next to the heat lamp last night and pitched a fit the whole night, so we're not putting her in the cage tonight. We're going to let her do her own thing. The coop's got one single spotlight. It's a high watt spotlight, so it puts off heat. And then there's this single one, and then the only other ones that we did besides the aviary on the deck is there's one in this new quail cage, because those quail are pretty young. And there's one in the cream leg bar cage because they're still young. So you can kind of see the glow coming out of there. Let's get a shot inside. Yeah. All right. It's going to be another cold one tonight, down in the 20s. So hopefully everybody will stay nice and warm. And here's the aviary at night with all its lights on. You can see the parakeets are kind of crowded around that low watt bulb there, but there is this heat bulb here as well. Oh, I see the button quail are hanging out by it. And then the tuxedo quail and the ringnecks have a light as well.